Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Frostpunk, one of my favorite games of the last couple of years. Though you'll be forgiven for not knowing that, because I have not played all of the scenarios on this channel, and I'm a little embarrassed about that. Time got away, so it's high time we fix it, I think. We're going to be playing with the Arks today. Now, Frostpunk is actually in a bit of a controversial-ish spot right now. The developers are trying to release some additional DLC. I think they're going to be focusing mostly on some story scenarios in the future, but they kind of let things off with a $5 expansion that adds bridges into the game and not much else, so yeah, that was probably not the best call, but I'm very hopeful for the future of Frostpunk. I'd love to see some more story-based scenarios added into the game, a bit more difficulty, a bit more ways of playing it. The Endless mode, of course, is certainly fun as well. Either way, let's go ahead and get started on the Arks. This came with vanilla, but I never did play it. As the brightest minds of Oxford and Cambridge, we have been sent to save priceless seed and plant specimens from the eternal winter. Do we have what it takes to keep the seedling Arks safe? Probably not, but by God, we're gonna try. The Seedling Arks. We've been chosen to safeguard a priceless treasure, the seeds and seedlings of plants from all over the world. They've been deposited in Seedling Arks to stop them from freezing, but it falls to us to build a city to protect these precious buildings until the winter ends, however long that may be. The only way to do this is with automatons. We'll ensure the green earth is reborn, even if we aren't there to witness it. Wow, how incredibly macabre, but okay, let's get to work. So one of the big challenges of this scenario is we have a very limited manpower pool to work with, and they're all engineers. So the only way we're going to be able to keep our resource production up, for enough at least to survive the Great Winter, is using automatons, which means steam cores are extremely valuable, and we're going to need to build as many of those automatons as possible. Factory plans. We've reached the generator site, and the seedlings are safely stored in the Seedling Arks. We were supposed to deploy automatons to make sure the city can run itself no matter the weather, but the transport carrying the factory plans was lost in a blizzard. We need to build a beacon and send a team to search for it. Alright, so that has to be priority alpha. So, taking a look here at the map, looks like we primarily have a few stockpiles of coal wood. I see a couple of steel over here, and that's about it. One automaton, it looks like, which is not going to be much, and here are the 4 seedling Arks. Right now, they're all doing fine. They are nice and comfortably warm, but if they ever fall below chilly for an extended period of time, then they will be irreversibly damaged. So we have to keep these things up and running for as long as possible. Keep them pretty darn warm as the game continues to get colder. So let's take a look at our map here. We need to place down some tents and such. Certainly, I think we're going to need to focus primarily on gathering up wooden crates. We will send the automaton to probably get started on the coal so we have enough fuel to keep us going. I'm not too worried about steel at the moment, so let's just focus on getting tons and tons of wood for this exact moment, and then we'll need to build up some tents and some workshops. Preserve the seedlings! We must ensure that the seedling Arks don't freeze. All the seedlings and many of the tropical seeds are very sensitive to the cold. If the temperature in any seedling Ark falls below chilly for too long, its precious contents will be irreversibly damaged. Oh, I see. Is that how it is? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started with some laws. So I could go for emergency shift, and that would be certainly good if I want to get some early tech. On the other hand, if we go for something like, let's say, soup, we can take what little raw food we have and make it stretch a lot further. Do I want to go for soup first? Or do I want to go for the emergency shift first for the extra tech? Probably for the emergency shift first. This is going to cause some discontent and people are going to be very upset, but this is going to allow me to keep a workshop running throughout the entire day, and that can be an entire extra technology per day. So that adds up. That adds up pretty darn quickly. Let's get started with tents. Now, as far as spacing, let's take a look at the workshops here. So these guys will fit 3 of them here. That's pretty nice. Fit 4 here. Okay, I can fit 4 along like this, if that's what I want to do. As far as tents, I want to keep as many things in the first ring of the generator as possible, so I'm just trying to think carefully here. We could also fit 4 here, 3, 3. Okay. We're going to try doing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm out of wood. Place a 5th here, and 3 workshops down over here as quickly as we can. That's what we're going to shoot for, but we need a lot more wood, so let's go ahead and grab the last tent. Okay. So when nighttime comes, we'll be able to start building those up. In the meantime, just keep gathering resources, everybody. Don't stop. What do we need for a workshop? We do need a little bit of steel, but I have some. So I'm okay with just building out, I think, 2 workshops for now to start. We do need to stockpile some wood in order to continue doing research, so let's not get too overly aggressive about this. We're going to need to have a cookhouse, certainly. That'll cost 20 wood. Oh, it fits right here. We could also fit it back over here. That's pretty nice. All right, we'll place a cookhouse back over here so I can get some food rations. As far as health, we'll probably need to get a medical post. Gathering posts, resource depots, all that's sort of okay for now. We don't have any other major resources, though. We don't have any sawmills, we don't have any steel mills, we don't even have any hunter's huts. That's another challenge to this scenario, actually. The only way to gather food is to get to tech level 1 and start building hothouses, so you can grow your own food. That's it. There are no hunting lodges. So that's going to be a challenge, no doubt about it. All right, so we've got a pretty good amount of wood to start. Now everyone has started building things, so that's good. Let's get the tents and everything else built up. I'm going to pull back, I think, all of these engineers on this wood pile. Let's go ahead and set up 5 here, and then immediately do an emergency shift to get as much tech value as possible. So tech tree, what do we need? Well, steam hubs would be good, heaters would be good. We're going to need to probably get a beacon first. Faster gathering's nice, but really only in conjunction with things like the coal thumpers, I think. Sawmills we'll need, steelworks we'll need. There's the hothouses, so we have to get to drawing boards before we can actually have any food. So I have to make what little raw food we have stretch out. That's the only way we're going to survive. Let's go ahead and research the beacons first. Okay, so that costs me a bit of steel and a bit of wood. We have enough wood that we'll be able to continue doing research, so once this is done, that's going to be fine. Tents are finishing up now. The sooner you guys can finish this before people get sick, the better. Obviously. Let's see what's going on here. Automaton can't refuel. Stopped working because it was unable to recharge itself from the generator or a steam hub. It has to do that twice daily. In order to make it operational again, you need to turn on the generator. Ah, yes, that would actually be kind of important. Let's go ahead and turn that on over the night. So everyone should be nice and comfortable to start off. Of course, now we're using up some of our coal, but we have about 20 hours of that left, so that's fine. The generator should be able to get back home and refuel, right? Okay, yeah, it didn't just die out there. That would have been a disaster, wouldn't it? All right, so everything should be getting built up. Let's just try to speed along here. I'm not going to do extra workshops with multiple emergency shifts. I'm kind of going to use these 2 and kind of bounce back and forth because there's a 2-day cooldown on emergency shift. So let's just get through some of this. Can you guys please build this up so people have a food source? I need some food rations pretty soon. All right, we're going to go ahead and assign 5 here. And that leaves me with nobody left for now, but once we've used up all our food rations, we can send these guys back out to go gather some more. Probably gather up some steel. Crap, we were able to get somebody sick. All right, we need to get a medical post. I can place one over here, I guess. Sure, seems reasonable enough. Let's build that. New law. Let's go ahead and immediately grab soup, since we're only just now starting to cook, and change the hothouse to make sure we are using soup. So we get 5 food rations from every 2 raw food. That's just going to stretch 25% further. That's pretty decent, I think. We are going to need somebody to maintain these in the medical post to keep somebody healthy. Tech tree. So we have the beacon done. Excellent. What should we do next? Probably should go ahead and get started on drawing boards, or we can get resources. I do need to be able to get food, certainly. If we get things like a sawmill or steelworks early, that could be nice. More scouts is going to be very important. Let's go ahead and do the drawing boards and upgrade this just so I'm able to get things like food a little bit later if we need it. So the beacon, for that we're going to need some more steel. I do not have enough at the moment, so that's unfortunate. Okay, let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Who can I pull off? Let's pull off at least one of you and have somebody working here just so whoever is sick is being treated. They're not going to be healed very quickly, but, I mean, at least for the moment, he's not going to stay sick, so we're not risking losing anybody. If anyone dies, we're in a lot of trouble. Like, in a lot of trouble. All right. You guys finished? I guess these guys aren't going to start cooking until the next day, are they? Yeah. Let's pull 5 of you off here at least and get started on some steel, because I need steel production to build a beacon. Another person is sick? Or is it a different person who is sick? They should be getting treated. Right? Or is the wrong person going off and working now? I think the sick person's actually out working right now. I think they're going to end up being okay. Tech tree. So we could go for the hothouses, but I actually have a fair bit of rations coming in right now, at least 3 days, so we can wait a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and get started on things like... faster sleds and stuff would be nice. Let's start by getting things like a sawmill up and running. We're going to need that research, certainly. We need to build that beacon. For that, we need 35 steel, so it's going to be a little bit longer. Not too much longer, though. Some discontentment from the emergency shift, yes. Not a lot I can do there. No point in having these workers over here anymore. Let's go ahead and have them max out in the steel wreckage for the time being. Just gather that up a tiny bit faster. Okay, now we can build a beacon. I'm going to place it back over here, I think, just because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be hot. So this should be fine. Destroy resources. Yeah, let's just do this. Alright, so we'll build a beacon. I'm going to pull somebody back from the steel and let them go work on this. So we can have the beacon being built. It's going to take a little while with only one person, but even so. Sawmill is already done. Perfect. Let's go for the Steelworks next. Steel is absolutely going to be a major bottleneck for us, especially if we're going to be building a lot of automatons. But until we get a lot more steam cores, I don't know. There's a limit to how much value that's going to give us. Alright, so we have access to that sawmill. Doesn't cost a lot. There are a fair number of trees available. So we shouldn't need to go for things like a wall drill too early on. If I place, like, over here, for example, that would get me a pretty hefty amount of wood. We'll continue working on the steel, on the wooden crates and stuff, since it's an immediate, obvious resource, but the automaton could work that sort of thing overnight, which will be nice. Let's see, we still have enough coal to last through the day, so we're okay. Wooden crates have been depleted. Okay, let's max these guys out next. We have one extra person who should still be building this. Okay, so we're slowly but surely working on the beacon, though I think everyone is finishing their shift currently, so that doesn't matter too much. Beacon has been built. Okay, hang on. Well, I guess it's going to pop me out here. Ooh, that's a storm wall and a half right there. All right, let's go back to the city. Let's pause for a second. We need to do a new book of laws. I think we should go for the extended shift next, so I don't have to necessarily do the emergency shift, and I'll still be able to get a couple more hours of work, especially on things like research. So we're going to go ahead and sign this. We're going to have a bunch of discontentment, and maybe I need to go for a fighting arena after this, but for now this will have to do. All right, storm on the horizon. Captain, with the beacon operational, we can clearly see the storm approaching from the south. It's still some distance away, but we better keep an eye on it and make sure we have the infrastructure needed to heat the Arks before it hits. All right, so we need some people who are available for scout duty. Let's pull back at least a few of you. We are going to set up a scouting team immediately. That'll cost me 40 wood, but that's fine. You guys are going to go to the only available location, the abandoned supplies. All right, get going down over there. Supplies, certainly nice. Steam cores, even better, if at all possible. All right, discontentment is rising. I know many will complain, but we must work harder to survive. 14 hours, people barely have time to eat and sleep. Yeah, that would certainly be the idea, wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and increase the extended work shifts on literally everything, if at all possible. Most of these are going to get used up, so we'll still have to figure out how to do this later. Coal, down over here. Just make sure I don't forget. Set all of these. Okay, everything else here seems fine. Can we go ahead and build another workshop so we can get a third one up and running? We'll just go ahead and build it since everyone's not doing anything overnight. We might as well take advantage of the build time, right? Okay. What else could I be working on? Well, we don't have a lot of people currently available to gather the resources that I need. Still need a lot of wood, unfortunately. I want to have another workshop going, but where am I going to get the manpower? I could pull off a little bit on wood, I suppose. Extended work shifts. Tech is so important, especially if we're going to be relying on automatons. If we can get very far down the tech tree, right? And, gosh dang it, another person. Get very far down the tech tree, and then upgrade the efficiency of our automatons, that greatly improves our survivability. Like a lot. Still have 4 days or so of food rations. Looks like things are going to be getting colder a little bit sooner. so we don't have an absolute ton of time to spare. Gotta hold on, people are depending on me. Yep. Sometimes I wonder what the purpose of our struggle is. Did you not freaking know what you signed up for when you joined up with this group? Just a really obvious question. I think we all ought to know. More scouts? Seems like overkill right now. Let's go ahead and grab... We want the heaters or the hothouses? I think we want to get the heaters to start. It's pretty cheap. I think you can apply heaters to the seedling arcs, so when the first temperature drop hits, just heaters alone might be enough to save us. But if we don't get some automatons going soon, we're not going to be able to build up enough coal to survive. Obviously a problem. There's the Steelworks. Okay, so we should have how many slots? 1, 2. 2 slots for Steelworks over here. I would love to have automatons working those constantly, if at all possible. For now, I think we should go ahead and get a sawmill. I'm going to place one back over here, probably. And yes, we should build a street like this. Okay, so at least we'll have another source of wood going. We'll continue working on the crates for the time being. Coal pile has been depleted. Okay. This automaton... What am I going to do with this automaton? With this automaton, we are going to... I think the automaton's actually on the way to go construct the sawmill, so let's just go ahead and let him do that for now. No. We can build things at night. That's no problem. Just go ahead and work on the wood crates. Okay, heaters have been researched. Good. Don't need the steam hub this second. More scouts is tempting, but we haven't even gotten to our first area. Gathering, speeding that along is nice. Coal thumper we will eventually need. A sawmill upgrade, maybe. Hothouses, again, how much food do we have? 5 days, so we're okay on food at the moment. And the good news about having so few people is we don't need a ton of food. Medical post upgrade would be nice, but I don't think it's worth the resources yet. Do I go for the more scouts early? I don't feel like I have the population to justify this yet. Let's get the faster gathering, because I think that that's still pretty decent. Scouts have arrived, it looks like. Our supplies are covered in snow and ice. They seem to be undamaged. We'll have to dig them out to be sure. We get some steel and steam cores. Okay. We spent hours hacking at the ice to free our supplies, but we did it. We were forced to abandon them once. Doing it again would be unforgivable. Sites discovered. The broken automaton in the mountainside cave. Okay. Take resources. One more steam core. Let's go to the broken automaton. Maybe we can fix it. Yeah. I need as many automatons as quickly as possible, but until we can find that lost dreadnought, we don't have factory plans, so it's going to be very important that we find those factories very soon. Wooden crates have been depleted. Okay. We'll send the rest over here, and the rest over here, I suppose. We'll go ahead and work on that. Once we see people are done with work, we should do another emergency shift. Book of Laws. Let's go ahead and construct a fighting arena. Reduce some of that discontentment since we've already upset a lot of people. Fighting arena should be able to be placed to keep everybody nice and warm, I think. That should be easy enough. As far as people, fighting arena, 15 wood, that's fine. Place it down over here. Perfect. So that will get me all 5 of them. A little bit more contented. And try building a street out over this way, I think. Okay, seems fine. Still got a few days of rations. Faster gathering has been researched. That's good. Okay, resource depot. Don't think we are at the risk of getting to our capacity quite yet. Still okay on hothouses. Coal thumper. Don't need this second. Let's go ahead and research more scouts. I've been told that scouting is very important in this because it is the only way to get any meaningful amount of resources. Because scouting is the only way you get steam cores, which is the only way you get automatons. So if you want to survive, you're going to have to. Alright. More wooden crates have been depleted. We'll go ahead and send the rest over here, I guess. And then the rest over here on the steel. We have about a day of coal. We're not generating any more right now, so we're going to need to fix that at some point soon. But we should be okay to survive a little bit longer. Fighting arena has been built, so hope should rise. Discontentment goes down. Excellent. People have stopped working. Let's do an emergency shift. One downside of doing emergency shifts, of course. 1, discontentment. 2, there's a risk of somebody dying of a heart attack, and obviously that's not great. But I think it's a risk we are going to have to take if we want to continue getting through our technology fast enough. There's... Gosh dang it. What did I just say? Alright, death of overwork. One of our people died suddenly during the emergency shift. We don't know what happened. It was likely a heart attack. Discontent rises, or we can end the emergency shift for the day. Nope, we have to make sacrifices. Discontentment rises even further. Yeah, that sucks. First death. Open the Book of Laws. We are going to have to get a cemetery or some sort of corpse disposal, or people are going to get sick. I was really hoping not to get that immediately, but of course we did. Alright, as far as tech, we have more scouts now available. We should... research... hothouses? Do these require steam? Yeah, they do require steam cores. A sawmill upgrade would certainly increase efficiency, and that would be helpful. Because I plan on having people working at the sawmill. Steam hubs wouldn't be a bad idea. They cost steel, and they cost coal per hour, though, and we don't need the heat at the moment. Let's go for a sawmill upgrade. This is going to cost steel now, so wood's becoming less important. Alright, so the scouts have already arrived at the broken automaton. Only the top of the automaton is sticking out of the snow. Digging it out will take some effort, but should be worth it. Explore. The automaton was left where it broke down. Thankfully, we've managed to dig it out and fix it. We can now send this fully operational automaton back to the city, thank God. And we found the Lost Dreadnought! Alright, send that to the city. Lost Dreadnought, yes. Immediately work toward that so we can get the factory plans. Also, we could do another scouting team. We can get one less person here, I think. Let's try to get this back up and running since they're doing the emergency shift. I'm going to wait probably until the automaton arrives before I take some more... Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and set up another scouting team right now. Do it. We're going to send you to the mountainside cave. Let's just explore. The automaton's on the way. I think we'll be okay. And one more person is sick. Gosh dang it. Okay. Pull back a little bit more on the wood. Let's get some more people working here in the medical posts. It's at 100% efficiency, so we should be able to take care of this. Do I even need this many people? Can I just do... No, I need to do 3, unfortunately. Gosh dang it. Alright, don't appreciate people being sick. 1 day, 7 hours until the next automaton arrives. Things are about to get a lot colder, so that's certainly an issue. In fact, it is right now. How are we doing temperature-wise? They're chilly, but we're okay. We can still always activate the heaters if things are in danger, but right now they're not. So as long as it doesn't get any colder than this, we're not in any risk, and I don't need to do a generator overdrive. Sawmill upgrade is done. Okay. Don't need to worry about the range. I think we should go ahead and do the medical post upgrade and heal people faster. Again, we still have some time on food rations. Not a lot, though. Starting to run low on coal, so that's a threat. We'll probably have to use the automaton to gather coal overnight. Just work and gather as much as we can here. I'm going to need more people to be working on steel, I think. So let's pull a couple back, put them up over here. Just gather that steel up, please. Alright, steel wreckage depleted. Medical post has been upgraded. We have 4 days. Should we research the steam hub? We'll probably need the steam hub. Well, wait a minute. Heaters should get me through the next temperature drop. I don't think we it depends on how bad it is. It looks like it's only 1 level. I don't think we need to research the steam hubs yet. Coal thumpers are good, but you need to have gathering posts with them. Bunkhouses upgraded would be nice, but no one's that cold yet. Should we go ahead and work on drafting machines? I think the answer is yes. And the idea is I can work on sleds and make my scouting even faster. Alright, we should probably pull the automaton off of this and have it go work on this coal pile. Because we're running a little low at the moment. Only got like 13 hours left. The sealing arcs might freeze. In a few days, the temperature will drop. Our sealing arcs will be in danger. We have to keep them warm with heaters or with steam hubs. Already on it. Understood. Scouts are waiting at the Lost Dreadnought. Our expedition's main vehicle left hopelessly wedged in a crevasse. Exploring it will be difficult, but we have to find the factory plans that are on board. Again, wood, steel, steam cores, coal. There's technology here. Explore. We rappelled down into the crevasse, listening to the ominous sounds of the ice cracking under the weight of the steel behemoth. After an hour or so of searching, we find the documents safe and retrieve the factory plans. We must get them to the city as fast as possible. The weather is getting worse by the minute, and we need automatons to secure the city and the seething arcs before the storm hits. Lone boulder, empty shelter, take the resources, more wood, steel, 3 steam cores, 50 coal, and tech. You guys need to head back to the city next. Bring that back home. Alright, so you're about a day away. Believe it or not, you'll still be faster than the automaton. Factory plans found. Excellent. Now we can start setting up the automated infrastructure to keep the seething arcs at a safe temperature. Bring back the plans, set up a factory, and increase the number of automatons to 3. Okay. Well, I've already got 2. 1 working right now. We'll have 2. Are we generating enough coal? Yes, we are generating enough coal, so I think we're going to be fine there. Do we dare do another emergency shift? The answer is yes. Again, greatly increasing discontent, but we get to finish some more tech. Drafting machines is done. Let's go for lighter scout sleds. Cost me 30 wood. But we're going to speed up our scouting by a huge margin pretty early on. This is extremely aggressive, but we'll do it. Scouts have reached the mountainside cave. A short tunnel leads to a vast natural cave complex. It seems to have been used as a warehouse. There are still some supplies here. Raw food and wood. Actually, with raw food, I may not need to get the hothouses too soon. On the verge of collapse. This cave could collapse at any moment. It's no wonder it hasn't been turned into a permanent shelter. We'll take what we can and leave before we're trapped here, or worse. Take 45 more food. Alright. Fine. There's nothing else here? Doesn't lead to anywhere else? An empty cave. Read journal. No, there's nothing left. Oh, well, in that case... yeah, go ahead and go home, drop that off, and we'll have to go explore off to the west, I guess. Okay. Then yeah, we absolutely do not need to get the hothouses too soon. Well, good. That's one less production I have to worry about right now. Come on, these sick people need to be treated. Be freaking taken care of, man. Come on. We're out of steel. We're low on wood. Oh, gosh. All right, Book of Laws. What should we do next? Well, dueling doesn't make sense because people might kill each other. We do need to do the cemetery now. Or we could do corpse disposal and then organ transplants. I don't plan on a lot of people dying, but if this speeds up healing, I think we'll do the cemetery. For hope. Yeah, establish a burial ground so we can lay our dead to rest with dignity and respect. Alright, let's construct a cemetery off in the distance somewhere. Maybe back over here or something, behind one of the Arks. Yeah, that way we can dispose of the body. We don't have to risk any extra sickness getting around. And that'll make people a lot happier. Glad that people will be treated with dignity. Yep, definitely. Dignity. That's the thing. Okay. Everyone's still working extended shifts, right? No, they're not. Ah, well, we should probably do that. Of course, discontent rises every time we do that, but still. There's the lighter scout sled, so they're now moving a lot faster. Resources, we don't need this. Steelworks would be a good thing to get. Infirmary, healthcare installation, don't need. Coal thumper? Improved heaters? Steam hubs? We should go ahead and research the steam hubs. I don't necessarily have to build them right now, but let's get it. Just in case it turns out that this is a little bit harder than I thought. But I think that heaters should be able to handle one more level of a cold drop. Alright, scouts have returned to the city. They had some food. Sweet. You guys are now going to go to... let's send them all the way off to the Lone Boulder. They're going to go far away. I don't know why I'm sending them the furthest possible route away, but I'm sure it's probably fine. I'm going to pull one person off here and just have one cook working for a little bit to get some of this these rations good. Shouldn't be too hard. Cemetery established, hope rises. Now we can put our dead to rest. All right, discontent goes down, hope goes up. We're managing things fairly well so far. We're just plowing through the tech. Scouts have returned. We have factory plans. Good. All right, lumber, steel, 4 steam cores, and 50 coal. All right, we need to build that factory first. Top priority here. Where to place? Back here? Sure. That seems reasonable enough. You guys, Mr. Scouts, are going to head to the Icefall Mine and see if there's anything I absolutely need over there. Okay. What's this? Steam cores? We have used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We've seen that before. I guess a factory, yeah, it does cost a steam core. Alright, well, that's fine. Tech is done. Alright, the steam hub is now available. Factory tech is here, so if we can get to mechanical calculators, I can start making cheaper automatons, which actually would be amazing. But I don't know... I don't remember how much steel it costs to build an automaton in the first place. So I'm a little bit wary of using all my resources on this right now, even though this would save me a lot of resources. Steam Steelworks? Bunkhouses? Approved heaters. Honestly, we may be doing too well on tech right now. I'm going to go ahead and research the coal thumper right now just because it's cheap. I'm going to pull people off of... Gosh dang it. Pull people off of the wooden crates for now. And instead send them to go work more on steel. Just because I am having some... I'm having capacity here on wood. We should just go ahead and reallocate people. Okay, 2 more hours until another automaton arrives. So that's good. It's about to get a lot colder. We probably should build another gathering post. Not a gathering post, sorry. We should build another resource depot somewhere. Like back over here, for example. Just so we don't have capacity issues going forward. It's a pretty cheap use of resources, but it's helpful. Alright, people are still working. Working day and night. Sir, people are questioning the need for so many emergency shifts. They understand that our situation requires hard work from everyone, but do we really have to rely on heroic efforts so often? A break would be nice. Stop using emergency shift for 3 days? No, I'm sorry, I can't address this. You say it raises slightly. That feels like a lot to me, but okay. Automaton arrives. Good. Alright, another automaton reaches the city. It's fully operational and ready for work. All the cogs are oiled, pressure normal, and ready, say the engineers. Alright. So we're going to end our first video here. We've plowed through a pretty good amount of tech. We're doing okay in terms of food for now. Soon we'll need to get the hothouses, but a second automaton's great. We have a factory being built right now. In fact, it is done. So we need to be building up more of these automatons. Does require some workers. We'll come back to that. Build as many of these as possible. We should always be building another automaton if we are able to. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and you're looking forward to the rest of this scenario. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.